Alright guys, Simon here, we're playing SimCity 4 and in the last video we managed to make a giant mess in Bag End. That is the most complete failure of a traffic plan that has ever existed in any history, in any city in the history of the world. Well, maybe that's an exaggeration. But the traffic situation in Bag End is pretty terrible. I'm not gonna play it now. So let's go back to the city of Rachel, our our aspiring megacity that is laid out in a really boring grid, but it doesn't have traffic problems. It's boring, but it doesn't have traffic problems. Yay! Okay, so let's see what's happened to the RCI, the demand chart, since we built the neighbouring cities. So you can see the demand for low wealth commercial has dropped quite a bit there, because there's a whole patch of it next door. A lot more demand for high tech industry. That's good. The residential demand is still low. I think maybe that's a demand cap problem. I really do think that's a demand cap problem. What is this? Abandoned to the low demand. Alright, we'll see if that picks back. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's no way to grow a city if that demand is so low. And we'll see if people are using these roads. Oh, no, they're definitely not using these roads. So when we looked at the other city, we saw that, we didn't really get anyone moving next door to work. You can see how that doesn't work. Maybe it's because there's... Actually, I don't know why no one's moving next door to work. Because there's jobs next door, right? I don't know. They're not coming here from next door neither. Like, they're not coming over to work here, and then these guys aren't going over to work there. So I don't know what that's about. But there we go. These are back to employing people, because the demand is there. Interesting. I guess that's because we have the huge patch of low density, the low wealth housing next door, so that demand has completely collapsed. Because there's way too many, there's way too much on the other side. Industry needs room to expand. No, it doesn't. Still got some room there. I honestly don't know what to do now. It seems like we've reached some sort of growth limit, and I don't know what it is. Maybe I should look this stuff up on the internet. Those are good. Everything's fine. I just put those down quite recently, right? I just put them down at the end of the last time I played this city. If it's a demand cap problem, that should have raised the demand. Okay. So the demand suddenly shot up. I don't really know why. But okay. Like, and again, like I said earlier, how this game kind of it gives you data, but then it doesn't really give you enough data to explain what's going on. Like there, I don't know why did that happen? I don't like that. I don't understand what just happened. That demand just spiked up suddenly. Did it take several months for the demand cap busters to register, or what? There's still nobody going. Oh, there we go. What is this? Buses? Freight? No, that's... that's still only freight trucks. Car 133, bus 40... Nope, there we go. So some people are moving next door to work, but they're not taking the highway, even though they can. Still only freight trucks going next. Oh, there. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 170. No, 1,721 people. So now we have some people. They're coming from next door to work here. Okay, there we go. We got some people traveling across the city boundaries to find jobs. These guys are actually... No, these are going that way, I see. Okay, now let's just check the... Ah, yes. I see. I see a problem, guys. I see a problem. Alright. So... we are going to... Avenue. Alright, let's just Avenue this. There we go. And I think in order to Avenue we need to do that as well, and then we're going to Avenue. Let's Avenue more rather than less, just in case. Okay, here we go. So now what we want to do is that, link that up, and then that, link that up, and then join these back together. There we go. Easy peasy. I didn't link that up. There we go. And then these. Again, we have the magic instant road that exists in the SimCity that does not exist in the real world. In the real world, you kind of have to anticipate traffic demand and then build the road, which is, you know, that's quite complicated, trying to predict how much traffic you're gonna get on a street in the future. And then to build the road, you have to kind of close the road for a while to get it built and all that. So this is pretty complicated in the real world. Not complicated at all in SimCity, because we just build it and nobody seems to mind at all. Nobody's using the highway. Okay, some people using the highway. Like, do you guys know how much I paid for this? Do you? Do you guys have... Okay, some people are using the highway, that's good. In fact, a lot of people are using the highway here. They're traveling from here to there. Interestingly, they don't work here. Who actually works here? 'Cause these guys work around here, okay. Maybe I should put highway this way? I was thinking that before as well. I just don't know if it's a good idea right now or not. Traffic. That hasn't recalculated yet, but once it does, everything should be fine. And then down here we have a few issues. We do have a few issues. I might want to replace those with avenues as well. Maybe. Perhaps. Yeah, I probably should do that. What other problems do we have? That's not too bad. That's kind of a problem there. Wait a minute, is that not joined up? Oh no, it's a building in the way. Zones. There we go, it is joined up. Traffic. We could use more avenues. What does the demand say? Okay, so the high-tech demand has built itself out. Let's pause that. And traffic. No, traffic, it's those two. Okay. Okay, let's demolish from there to there. And the same thing for the one next door. Demolish to there, and then avenues. So that should pretty much fix that. Okay, and then put this. Wait a minute. Okay, I need to change that. That doesn't really quite work, does it? Let me just put that. That's not right, is it? No, it's not right. Alright, so that actually needs to be demolished a little bit more. And the avenue extended a little bit more. So that we can do that. Alright, so that should fix that traffic problem there. And we'll leave the other things for the moment. I mean, the traffic problem is not too severe. As opposed to the traffic problems in Bag End, which is terrible. Alright, let's keep going. Well, there's plenty of demand for low wealth housing, so maybe it's a good time to build more of that here. Alright, so we got some module there. Can I fit another module here? We can't really, can we? Because it takes... Let me just kind of point at it with my finger. Not really. Okay, I can fit a partial module, or we don't leave the gap and just put the module right next to it. That would work. I don't want to put it on the hill. Or zone more high density? I mean, there's already, you know, high density and they're not completely built. The high density things. I've got a few of these tall buildings, not that many though. Wait, what's this? 1,232, that's 586, but that's high wealth. Okay, there we go, I see. Okay, I see. So here we go, this is the low wealth part of the city. Maybe, okay, let me just try something. Before trying to build a completely new suburb, let me just try converting these to high density. See if that's enough for people. You see how most of these are brick walk-ups? I recognize, if you haven't played the game very much, you might not recognize what types of buildings they are. They are low wealth buildings, a lot of these. So these things here, see that's low wealth. Those are low wealth. These brick things are all low wealth. So maybe that would be enough to turn those into, you know, higher density buildings. Don't know, maybe. I honestly don't know what to do about this. There's not that much demand for high wealth anything. I don't I guess we should aim for the shuttle. Oh look, a tourist trap. Monthly cost 0. So that's new, because we've got 6 connected cities in the region. We are given the tourist trap as a gift, so let's do that. Wait a minute, is that developing into higher density? Alright, tourist trap. It's not very big, is it? Way to put it. Let's put it here with these two. So the tourist trap is a giant llama. Now that is an awesome tourist attraction. Look at this thing. Look at this. Llamas. The other thing we can do is build the landmarks. You can download more landmarks actually. I mean, how much money do we have? Plenty of money to waste. So we can build like a landmark, and these are demand cap busters. And you can see they go up to $470 a month. That's not very much actually. I can afford this. I can put that on an Empire State Building. It's massive. Look at that thing. So I can put down a giant landmark if I want to. I'm not sure if it's a good idea or not, to be honest. So that's the Empire State Building. Very, very impressive. Look at that. Don't know how helpful that is. Probably not very helpful. Let's see. CN Tower, the Bank of China Tower, Tokyo Tower. Can do that. Put that there. Yeah. Should we do that? Should we do that? I'm quite tempted to do that. Put that down there. I might save the game and then do it. See if it breaks some demand caps. Wait, what? No, whoa, hey, stop. What do you mean? What do you mean teachers threaten to drop the chalk and walk? Okay. So we did have some development here. Everything else is fine. Is everything else still fine? Alright. Keep... let's raise that a notch. We should raise this a little bit, since we do have money to spare. So more buildings have been built here. I didn't even notice. Oh, this thing. There we go. That's the low wealth high rise. That's like 2,500 people living in there. That's the low wealth project. Feel good. I don't know how good it feels, but okay. This is another one. Large tenement. There we go. So we do have some, you know, high capacity, low wealth buildings appearing. That's good. That's good. So we can do that. We don't really need the demand cap buster just yet. Or maybe we do. I mean, just put it down and see what happens. There's still a lot of demand for that. They're not being built here. Oh wait, what's that? Okay, no, they're not being built there. Should I zone more high density? Let's zone more high density, see what happens. Because we're getting to the point where we need that now. Let's zoom in. I can't really see what I'm doing. And you can't. Okay, let me just change that to zones. Again, I feel like the game doesn't scale very well. You know, as the city builds up, you can't really see what you're doing a lot of the times. Alright, there we go. Can I encourage the city to grow upwards without growing outwards? That's the question. Interesting. Do I have any high density commercial? I don't think I have high density commercial. Okay. Actually, no, let's not do that. What if I put in some high density commercial? Let's put it in there, beside the highway. What if we do that, that, and that there, and then maybe here as well. So zones of high density things. See if we get bigger buildings or not. All off. And actually we should... Am I spending more money than before? Or was it always like this? Was I making more or less than $10,000 before? City ordinances. That improves the health. I don't think we need that. That reduces rubbish. I don't think we need that neither. Free clinics, smoke detector, neighborhood watch reduces crime. Tourism promotion, commercial services appreciate the investment. So that improves commercial demand, I think. That reaches. Let's do the carpool incentive. Wow, that costs a lot of money. Let's not do the carpool incentive. Commuter shuttle service promotes the use of mass transit. That costs quite a lot of money too. Clean Air Act. We don't really need that. We don't really need any of this stuff. How much does this cost? Tourism promotion program? $50. Okay, that's good. It's a nice cheap one. I'm a cheap guy. We can do some cheap ordinances. Let's see what's going on there. That's not a high density one. Abandoned due to commute time. Are they trying to work next door, like in neighbouring cities? They probably are. Abandoned due to commute time. That's terrible. But the commute time is only an hour, on average. Well, on average, I guess those guys are particularly bad. I might have to fix the traffic in neighbouring cities to fix the commute time here. That's a problem. I mean, these are problems. Okay, so we've got... Why are they going around that way? So we're getting more problems around the city now. More traffic problems. I mean, that's a problem, but I don't understand why they don't use the highway when it's right there. Okay, let's ignore that for now. Just for now. Well, more parks? I don't know what to do next. I honestly don't know what to do next. Some traffic problems, otherwise fine. Okay, let me save the game. And then let me put down a giant landmark, see what happens. See if it actually changes any of the demand in the RCI chart. I don't think it does though. Right, so there's the RCI. There's a landmark. Let's put in... What's the CN tower look like? That's a bit... I want to put one that fits inside these. A Bank of China tower? Bank of China tower, should we put that down here? Let's see what happens when we do this. It's a giant tower. Maintenance costs $300 a month. Speed up the simulation. Well, things are getting built. What is this? Sims are, we are... Okay, we're up to 120,000 people. A great glorious statue in your honor. So another statue they want to give me. Let me put down the statues. How big is it this time?